They didn't hear me coming this time.
General Ardmore, I regret to report that the pacification of the clans in the western frontier is more or less at a standstill. This has a great deal to do with Director Mercer's habit of green-lighting extraction operations based purely on geographic survey data. He pays no regard to the—
Listen, these readings are amazing. The air is so much cleaner now. I can almost taste it. Metaphorically. Wish I could taste it for real. I mean, without passing out.
My idea. I think it is a moment, if you could, of your time to help with... Yes, to help my friend. We had an old trading post here once. It was Cetral's joy before it was shut down. She does not speak of the past, but I know it occupies her thoughts, especially now. I think seeing a Sarentu might have reminded her of those earlier times.
I understand. It's been a while since other clans visited.
Indeed. Cetral's trading post once brought people together. The finest food and drink with even finer company. Akan Eppe in particular was well loved by tired travelers. Wait. Yes! Perhaps you could seek out our friends in the Aranahe and Zeswa. Trade them our famous Kan Eppe and bring something back for Cetral. I can see the look on Cetral's face already. Perfect!
Reilun and Kin, they're the authorities on cooking in their clans.
Then they will know how to appreciate a good Kan Eppe. The finest combination of sage, mushroom, and nectar.
For the An Epe.
Just received the reboot message from the data collecting station. Told you Sid would do the trick.
It really does. But, Alex, don't you have, like, the coordinates of these stations? So I won't have to look for them.
I did, yes, but the coordinates were lost. Don't ask me how. It was pretty stupid. Affirmative command. We are in full retreat.
Affirmative, Command. Retreat is a go.
You're one of Alma's proteges, aren't you? We ran into some crazy vicious viper wolves on our way here from HQ. One nearly ripped off my arm. Something has to be done, I tell you. The RDA's smart. We've got to be smarter. The RDA sure has deep pockets.
Oh, hey. Someone said you were in the clouded forest somewhere, right? I'm worried about someone. An RDA soldier who's been sending me info very regularly. Most helpful guy you can imagine. Anyway, the last few days, nothing. Not a word. This isn't like him. Like, at all.
Do you want me to check on him?
I'm afraid he's taken too much risk already. And what if he's compromised and he doesn't want to ask for help? But yes, please. Sending you his location.
We don't get that.
A lonely totem on a hill. Between a forest and the mountains. Above a vast valley. Isn't that what the Silent Two are? We stand between. We don't take sides. We try to connect everybody. Help them see each other. I wonder, how much can all the clans still achieve together if we continue the work of our ancestors?
Be quiet here.
These mad animals are a danger to the local ecosystem. There's a sizable number of frenzied predators threatening the local ecosystem. They are not part of the natural balance and could wipe out the local fauna. Data everywhere, and not a second to think.
A pleasure, I am sure.
Will the next migration come soon as well?
Kin, I'm here to trade on behalf of Setral, of the Kamet Tire.
Setral? There is a name I have not heard in a while. I hope she is well. And I hope you have brought me an epee.
You're in luck.
Wonderful. Both the process of making and savoring an epee is fascinating. One does not drink it. Every sip is part of a greater exchange, you see? For those who are patient, who feel what an epee is trying to express, they will make it past the dank, pungent barrier and uncover a rich, diverse range of flavors. Returning to it is like resuming a conversation with a dear friend. Here is some Zakru milk. Give Setral my best.
Relun, I'm here to make a trade on behalf of Setral, of the Kamet Tire.
Setral, you said? I remember whole trading post. Some of the most curious ingredients there. What do you have for me, then?
An epee, a Kamet Tire specialty.
Of course I know about cat epee. A highly acquired taste, a challenging drink. Familiar and odd bursts of flavor, all clamoring for attention, but gracefully somehow. A flavor that, like an ikran, will not be pinned down. Each sip brings forth a humble yet complex mystery. Only the Kamet Tire. Go on. Give this nectar to Setra. Her trading post was always an inspiration.
So you are the one Reizu has put up to do this.
I brought back some trades from other clans, Aranahe and Zeswa delicacies.
Leave me out of this.
Our young Sarentu friend made these trades on your behalf, Setral. Are you not curious in the slightest?
Trades? A handful of delicacies from someone I have never met. Keep it.
I really can't. Relun and Kin both wanted to thank you specifically for the Anepe.
Relun and Kin? After all these years, they are well?
Yes, they're fine. Looks like you all remember each other.
Young one, I remember every person, every face that passed by my trading post. Their smiles, how they laughed. Their stories.
I know that these things cannot replace the welcoming of friends, of meeting new faces. I only wanted to let you hope for a day where it might be possible again.
Those days, they are gone. But this, it is a touch of warmth. It is enough. Thank you, Sarentu. And I suppose, Rezu. You as well.
Here. A moment of your time. I have lost Manuel, the occasional singer and perpetual fool. He has not been seen for quite some time.
Where did you last see him?
Here. He is a steady sight to many of us who have also left the Kametire. Always ready to trade me those musky seeds he carries around for a tale. The last time he was here, I elected to tell a more uplifting story. When I finished, I saw there was something different in his eyes, as though he sought me out as Manuel that night, and left as another.
Must have been an invigorating story.
Even the best story is to be taken as inspiration, not as instruction, as I fear Manuel has. I have outlived my Ikran and been unable to search for the old fool. He could be anywhere.
If he took the story as instruction, then maybe I should hear it as well.
When you are ready.
Takari, if you would.
An untold age ago, an old warrior set out to walk a fabled path surrounded by mists that would only end in death. Nearing the frayed ends of his mortal thread, the old man did not fear death, but welcomed it. But death took its time, and so the old warrior pondered his path. On the highest of peculiar stone clouds was a tree draped in a reverie of crimson hues. It was the most beautiful tree the warrior had ever seen. Then he came across a weeping colossus, and befriending it, was allowed to climb atop its head and hear it whisper its sorrows. Finally, he snuck past the gargantuan that was not of this world and sought refuge behind gnarled roots. The warrior chuckled at how his hands shook. It was here at last he stared down death in the form of a winged beast adorned in a hideous, unnatural carapace. As he felled the beast, the warrior understood this path he walked now. He had sought out death, and death told him to choose life.
Can I ask what it all meant?
For Manwe, any story was preferable to the one we Kametire been shackled to. He wanders with his sad pouch of seeds. Like the warrior, he has no fear of death.
We have some hints as to what he'll be looking for in the story. That's a good start, I think.
I will await your return. And my friends.